Hey guys, I'm back. Hello. We're gonna make kind of the spirit forecast for the different zodiac signs for November. But before we start, I just wanted to make a few announcements. Unfortunately, for those of you who loved my rooster Coco, Coco is no longer with us. Neither are most of my chickens, unfortunately, as winter comes and we have a large field of corn next to us. We also attract wild animals, and so unfortunately some foxes, we believe, have taken our chickens and our rooster for their own nourishment. So, I've made peace with that. That is fine. They need to eat as well, and I understand that, but I will miss them. And I do miss them. We still have Chanel, and we're keeping Chanel inside our living room in a big cage because she's taking care of a baby of one of the chickens, the brown chickens, that also disappeared. Basically, we didn't find anything. They just, one at a time, started to disappear. And there have been foxes spotted in the street. So I'm assuming that that is what happened. And Spirit has confirmed that they are no longer with us. So it is what it is. Second announcement. So starting next week on my Patreon page, I will be making videos. So it's going to be one video per week. So I normally do a written post per week. I'm going to replace that with a video post, one per week, and it's going to be per zodiac sign, but it's going to be for the entire new year. The advice and insights of Spirit per zodiac sign to assist you to get maybe a better perspective on the whole year, or I don't know, whatever will come through. I don't know what's going to be said, but to help you throughout the year. So if you want to have access to that, it'll only be Patreon members, paying Patreon members, who will have access to that. I would think, it's going to be random too. I'm not going to do them in the order. I'm just going to see who Spirit wants to address today, which zodiac sign they want to do with each time that I do it. And then we'll just roll with it. I will, however, continue to share Jesus's message, which I do once a month on Patreon as well. So I'm just replacing the other written posts with video posts. My Patreon prices are really, really, really low. I think it's like €3 per month. You can sign up and cancel at any time. And you will also have access to over 200 channeled posts answering your questions. Okay, so let's get started. So this is for everyone. And I will do the one for next month as well for everyone. So this is for November. And we're going to start with Aries. I got my little note here so I don't miss on one, because I'm not really good at remembering what I already did. So let's see which cards I'm drawn to. So we're being drawn to the animal cards for Aries. And I bet you all those people who came and visited me during the live event here in France are like, oh, she's sitting on her tire. I know exactly where she's sitting. So they had the opportunity to come to my home. We had a nice drink, and we had some nice chatting, and they got to explore and see all my little areas where I work and where I ground. So that was a lot of fun. That event was awesome. It was awesome. That's all I can say. It's amazing people, amazing friendships that were forged, and it was just amazing overall. Anyway, let's see what Spirit wants to tell us for November for us Arieses. Got a nice day today. It's dry. We've had a lot of rain. We've had kind of the ends of Storm Kirk, which started as a hurricane and turned into a tropical storm. But we've seen a lot of rain. Rain and wind. But everything's calm and collected today. My cats are with me. I don't know if you can see them, but they're over there. There's two of them. There's another one running over there. So I got company. Winter's coming. You can tell. All the nuts are falling. We got like kilos and kilos of nuts. I've been giving them out for free to people. With too many. We can't eat them all, so I just hand them out then to people who want them. Whoop. There it went. Taking a while. Ooh, tiger. Well, it's a good card. It's a very good card. So this is for November for Aries. Tiger. It says, accept your magnificence, Archangel Raphael, which is my guiding angel. So that's kind of cool. It's almost like they're saying you've done it. You've did it. You know, you're in a space. You've been through so much. And especially these last couple of years, you've been through so much. And it's almost like November for you is to, it's like they're kind of saying like the new year is going to be very busy for you guys because there's going to be a lot of changes, a lot of new opportunities, a lot of exciting things coming for you. And they're saying like, you know, November and December, I feel like December is kind of moving into December as well, but let's stick with November. November for you, it's all about, it's kind of allowing yourself to be in that magnificence, allowing yourself to be content, because an Aries always wants something more and more and more. They're always on the lookout for self-improvement, for mastery, you know, mastering new skills, mastering, you know, taking on new projects. We don't like to stand still, us Aries. You know, we want to see evolution. But it's almost like they're saying, you know, really, really indulge yourself in November to just stay in that perfection, stay in that place of being at peace, you know. And I want to take back perfection because there really isn't nothing perfect, but it's like stay in that, allow yourself time to just be there, stay to be with yourself, to congratulate yourself. We've made it. We've done it. We've done the work. We've done so much. And now it's time to kind of relax, okay? Before the busy new year will come, it's like just take a breather. You know, stop planning for a little bit and just, you know, indulge in that energy of, yes, I did it. Yes, I'm in a good place, even though there's always improvement. Just stay in that space of, but right now, this is good enough for me. This is good enough for me to just kind of enjoy and relax and put my feet up, because I know I'm going to be busy making new plans again and getting new opportunities. But until then, for the rest of this year, I am going to try and remain in that space of abundance and love and appreciation for self and for the hard work that you've done and for how you try to help others. You know, just stay in that positive vibration, you know. they're showing me take a foot bath until your feet get pruny. It's about just allowing yourself to relax and to remain in a high vibrational space of feeling abundant, feeling accomplished, feeling at peace with everything, and being in a state of hope and knowing that from now on, things are moving in a very positive way. And I don't need to worry about that yet. Right now, it's coming, but I just can find peace that it is moving in that positive direction. Does that kind of make sense? Because you see this little the heart chakra is just lit up, and then the crown chakra is lit up. You're in a space where you're connected and you're feeling different for the first time in a very, very, very long time. There is a sense of peace and a sense of acceptance, and they're saying just stay there, hold on to that. Okay, that's gonna help get through December as well. It's like harvest it, stay there and just hold on to those feelings. Do whatever you need to do to remain in that place of abundance. Okay, I hope that helps. As an Aries, I will say, I accept. I accept a break. Thank you. Taurus. Let's get the card for Taurus. I accept the break. I really do. Because it's been challenging. Just about, being in that state of surrendering and just allowing yourself to stay there. No problem solving for a little bit. Woo! There we go. Hold on. They fell. I got 2. Polite declaration, mutually beneficial venture. This is for Taurus for November. There you go. Let's see what it reads. Polite declaration. You can move in whatever direction you need to accomplish your goals. It is time for you to get out there, claim what is yours, and stay in your power. And mutually beneficial venture. There is an extraordinary connection at the storefront of your life at this moment. Utilize the relationship to benefit everyone concerned. Okay. I just feel like there's an energy for Taurus coming. Because it's almost like you guys have been patiently waiting for change. You've been patiently waiting for an opportunity to come. You've been patiently waiting. I don't know, waiting for something. And it's almost like, the wait is over. It's time to slowly, not go all the way cock diesel, but to slowly, to slowly start to create yourself what you've been waiting for. It's almost like you need to stop waiting and you need to take back. It's like with all the shit going on, you were just done and you've put the reins down. You're like, you know what? I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not participating anymore. I'm not going to do it anymore. You've just kind of surrendered the reins, but you're the creator of your journey. So when you just do that and you wait for something to change, it's not going to change, because everything is a reflection of you. Even your outside reality, even the collective that you choose to experience is a collective that is aligning with your current vibrational state, because there are different parallel realities and therefore different versions of that same collective creation. And so you've been you're like, I give up. I quit. You've kind of given up, and that's allowed you to be in a state a little bit more peaceful again and a little bit more calm, and because you're just like disconnected. I don't want to deal with this anymore. You've just disconnected yourself. But in doing so, you also don't take responsibility for what you do want, and waiting for something to happen without your input. It's just it's nothing's going to happen. You need to have an input, and it's almost like now that you've had time to kind of, I quit. And you just kind of disconnected, and it has allowed you in some way or form to recalibrate. It has allowed you in some way or form to kind of calm down. Slowly but surely in November, it's time to it's not about putting things into motion, but it's in December, it's about making plans. It's about rethinking and recreating the new future that you want for yourself. It's about contemplating on it. It's about writing it down. What do I still want to experience? What don't I want to experience? It's about figuring out who this new version of you is going to be. Because as we're moving into a 5-dimensional plane, you kind of have to, you have to let go of the old you, the old character, and you have to introduce a new character into the collective creation. And you've given up the old one, but you haven't created anything about the new character. And it's almost like, start thinking about that. November for you is about thinking about that. It's about thinking about what you still want. It's about thinking about who you want to be, what kind of person you want to be, what kind of job you want to do. It's about, in a way, creating a blueprint, not with all the details yet, but just kind of an overall blueprint of what you want to do in this new dimensional plane, who you want to be in this new dimensional plane. It's time to start thinking about it, and it's time to kind of boldly write down some aspects that are going to be really important for you to create and manifest, if that makes sense. So slowly but surely take November to kind of, again, not in detail, okay? Details are never a good thing anyway. Allow the universe to give you feelings and desired experiences. Leave the details up to the universe to fill in, but it's time to just kind of contemplate on what this new world, this new version of you needs to look like within, and what your new world, what you want for your new world to look like as well. Okay, your new reality, which one you're going to align with. That's a choice that every single individual has to make. Which virtual parallel reality do I choose to align with as we're moving into a 5th-dimensional plane? Because just like the 3D and the 4D, there are an infinite amount of parallel versions of the collective of Earth within that dimensional plane. So again, you have to choose what you align with by changing your vibration that you choose to stay in on a daily basis. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but I hope I do. It makes sense in my head, but I don't always know if people understand what my head's thinking. Gemini. This one. Okay. Gemini. Let's see what Gemini has to say. What's all that noise behind me? Oh, it's... Get down, Squealer! Get down, you're gonna get stuck again. Squealer likes to climb, but then he always gets stuck. And then he's so high up that nobody has a ladder long enough to get to. And then he stays up there for days. And then just when I'm about to call the fire department, she finds a way down. Stargazing, Gemini. Stargazing. Luckily, she listens. When I tell her to get down now, she comes down. Okay. When you gaze at the stars, you give yourself fairy focus. Your intuition will flow more freely and reveal what you need to know about your situation. Gemini. Look outwards is the phrase that's coming into my head. Look beyond. It's almost like the Gemini are really, really in a state of distress right now in regards to what they're experiencing and observing outside of themselves, out there into the wide world. It just kind of looks like you're getting too engaged into it. Look beyond that. Okay. Look beyond that, you know. It's almost like if you can see, or if you can allow yourself to see how everything that's happening right now that's causing discomfort and stress, it's all part of the light's plan to reveal that which needs to be revealed in order for people to say no more. No more. Okay? People are slowly but surely realizing they are the ones that have the most power if they choose to take on that power. And you're going to notice that, you know, with everything that's going on all around the world, there's things everywhere. Everywhere. There's stuff happening, and everywhere people are like, you know what? No. So look beyond, okay? Don't get lost in the stories, but look beyond look at the purpose of why all of this is happening. Okay? Don't look at what it is doing to the 3D world. Okay? Because it is just in the 3D world. It's not in the 5D world. And some of us kind of are still going in and out. But you're just observing something that's, if you're in the 5D and you're moving into the 5D, and if you're here, you probably are. Otherwise, you wouldn't be interested in any of this. But look at everything from that higher perspective. Everything Jesus said in 2020 when I did a channeling, and the video is still on YouTube. It still hasn't been banned, so it's a positive. You know, he said everything needs to fall down, everything needs to crumble, and the only way to do that is by bringing it to the surface. And that's what's happening right now. So there's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to be panicked about. Look beyond why it's happening. It's because it's helping us to retake our power, to reclaim our responsibility for our own powers, okay? So look beyond. Don't get tricked in going along with the narrative, okay? But see the purpose it has, okay? And then that'll create a lot more peace. And it's especially important in November because it just feels like, you know, when you continue to get stressed out or annoyed with what you see, it's going to move into your kind of December space, and you really want to enjoy Christmas. You really want to enjoy, you know, those kind of times. So don't let it distract you and get you in a space that's no longer beneficial for you, but instead remain in a high vibrational space, in a space of love and happiness and joy. And by looking at beyond what's going on, by seeing the light purpose beyond everything that is happening. Okay? I hope that helps. All right. Cancer. Let's see what Gerald needs to know. He's a Cancer. Hey, Squealer. What you doing? Cancer. Hoopa. There it went. on the float. Obstacles are detours in the right direction. Obstacles are detours in the right direction. I feel like Cancer people right now are kind of lost. You guys are feeling lost. I kind of see that in Gerald too. He's kind of like all over the place. That sense of being without direction, although it can feel very frustrating and it can feel very scary, because you don't know where you're headed or what's happening for you. Or I feel like half of the Cancers don't even know why they're here right now. Understand that being without direction is an opportunity for you to simply just be. Okay, and an opportunity to allow yourself to simply be where you're at and finding peace in that. Because when we can master the beingness, when we can master being okay with simply being in a place of unknowing, and not be frustrated about it or not be scared about it, then you master yourself. And when you can master yourself, then you become a master manifester, because you will no longer be affected or influenced by any kind of fear or any kind of doubt. If you can be okay in a place of nothingness, if you want to look at it that way, then you can be okay anywhere. Does that kind of make sense? And it's almost like November is there for you guys to master being okay, even if you have no clue or can't understand or have no direction or no sense of self or nothing. Be okay with just simply being okay. you know Try to master beingness and understand that instead of seeing it as an obstacle, of not really knowing what you're supposed to be doing, or not knowing where you're supposed to go, not knowing certain aspects of your life, whether it's, is this the right job for me? Am I going to find a new job? Is this the right relationship for me? Am I going to find a relationship? Learn to be okay with not having all the answers. And if you can do that and find peace and quiet and balance within that not knowingness, then that's going to help you to become better manifestors in your 5D reality. Because sometimes we have to be in a neutral place in order to realize that eventually it's all up to us. Okay, and to kind of regain that power and that trust in our own creation. Okay, I hope that helps. My pen doesn't want to write. Leo. Man. Leo. We're going back to these. Hey, babe. Let's get a card for Leo. We had some wild boar coming through our garden one morning. Yeah, they like destroyed half of my grass. They were looking for little worms or maggots, I think. And then they just went down there and they just destroyed a whole bunch of fields. And then I saw hunters and I was like, oh, run, wild boar, run. Need a card for Leo. My dad was a Leo. Oh, there it went. Tiger again. What? Accept your magnificence. That's the second time the same card pops out. Tiger again. Let's see if it has the same meaning though. it's a little bit different that I'm getting. So it's almost like when I look at, before this was like the crown chakra open up. When I look at it now, it's a portal. It's almost like it's time to walk through that portal of change. It's almost like you've postponed it long enough. You've postponed it long enough to actually, how would I say it, to actually go through, to let go of the old you and move into the new you. It's like you've been reluctant to change. You've been reluctant to big changes. You've done small changes, it feels like, but it's almost like it's time to now do a 180 and completely go the other way. Reinvent everything about you. And it's not about losing your identity. It's not about that. But it's about losing the 3D version of you, and understanding, knowing, and accepting, and embracing the fact that you deserve more than the 3D experience. You deserve the 5D experience. But in order for you to do that, you have to be able to walk through the portal and don't look back. And that's where you're struggling, because you're afraid that if you walk through the portal, if you become that new version of you, if you create that new life of you, that the things that you love about the 3D world are going to be left behind and are not going to be able to come with you. But you have to understand that, one, in regards to people, everybody will come in the 5D at their own pace. And two, everything that you do align with automatically kind of gets drawn with you into that new reality. But you need to recreate yourself and define what you like about you that you want to take with you, and what you want to change about you that you don't like. So understand that we don't lose everything that was present for us in the 3D world. We simply disregard those frequencies, or the things, the experiences, the people, the jobs, whatever it may be, that is no longer resonant with you. We lose those and we replace it with something that is far more vibrational match to you in the new version of you. Does that kind of make sense? So it's almost like they're saying, look, in December, really work on letting go of the fear of losing, but instead focus on everything you're going to be gaining, and then everything that you love, have faith that that will come with you as well. Okay? But you got to walk through that door. You got to find the courage to do it. It's almost like, the way that they're presenting it to me is like they showed this portal, and it's like when you walk through it, you come out on the other side with new clothes and new hair, new, just a new version of you. But know and understand, you're not going to lose everything. You simply lose that which no longer resonates with you. Okay, so have the courage to make those dramatic changes that are necessary if you want to get out of the rut, the loop that you've been in for years now, that you just simply don't even like and don't even want in your life anymore. But your fear, or your discomfort, or your worry kind of keeps you in that loop. It's time to step out of the loop. Okay, break the loop. All right, I hope that helps. Let's see. Virgo. My mom's a Virgo. Mom, pay attention. This one's for you. Virgo. Let's see what Virgo has. Woo! Well, that was fast. Hold on. We got two. They don't want to come loose. Okay. Halls of Amenti Initiation and the Sacred Inner Space. That's this for Virgo for November 2024. Halls of Amenti Initiation. Secrets revealed, treasures uncovered, initiations. And then the Sacred Inner Space card reads Sacral Chakra, Tenderness, Sensuality. So November for you guys, for Virgos, there's something about this shape that's really like highlighted for me. And it almost looks like a picture frame or a mirror, like a mirror frame. It's almost like it's time to uncover things about you. It's like you've done so much work and you've learned to surrender and you've learned to let go of things and let go of, trying to control everything. You've done a lot of work lately, but, and a lot of it has been to release for you guys, for Virgos, because Virgos like certain things a certain way and they like a routine, and they don't like to let go of their comfortable space, and they don't like to let go of their control. And you guys have been working on a lot of release and healing and surrendering and all of that. But it's almost like November is to go on an exploration. This almost looks like a mirror, you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of the same shape here. It's like you look in the mirror and discover the things, the aspects of yourself that you have not allowed yourself to discover because of the fear of losing control and because of the thing. But you've done so much work now letting that go, releasing that, surrendering that now in November you should be in a better place, a better vibrational state to allow something new to come into your life, to allow space for self-discovery and putting yourself in unknown situations and unknown hobbies and unknown activities, just for the purpose of finding aspects about yourself that you have not yet discovered. And that can even be in a kind of a sensual way, with discovering things about your body that you have never allowed yourself to discover. Being creative. It's about, trying some free classes here and there and see what you like about it, what you don't like about it, and what it is revealing about you. What are things that you didn't know you could do that you can, and what are things that, are challenging you that you never thought would challenge you. It's about really kind of self-exploration, self-discovery. Put yourself in never before seen territory, never before seen situations and experiences in order to get a better knowledge and a better understanding of who you are now that you have let go of a lot of the need of control and a lot of kind of the everything has to be a certain way kind of attitude. Now is the right time to do things that are beyond your control, but that will allow you to get a better understanding of who you are, so you can then better create the new version in the 5D reality and your new reality as well. Because how can you create a new version of you if there are so many aspects of yourself that you have never allowed yourself to explore or discover due to fears and restrictive thinking and restrictive behavior? Okay, so I hope that helps. Libra. We're going for these. Okay, Libra. Okay, you got 2 as well. Looking at the underbelly and take note. There's the 2 that jumped out for you. Let's see. Looking at the underbelly, be sure that you are using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider taking time to organize yourself, or perhaps a project you are working on could use some fine-tuning. And then take note, your answers are being given to you. Quieting external voices and excessive noise will give you the chance to hear what is being offered. Libra. Oh my God. I have been very tired lately. the energies. There's massive downloads happening with the solar flares. Massive changes. With the moon doing some weird ass crap too. It's kind of fun because you have all these main characters here, but what I'm looking at is the school of fish everywhere. It's like harmony. It's like togetherness, Libra. It's almost like it's time to allow other people to help you and assist you. It's almost like, get out of your, oh, I can do this myself kind of attitude and accept help. It doesn't really say that in the cards, but that's what I'm getting. It's like there's so many spirits and entities and people and other souls wanting to help you, but it's almost like whenever help is offered, you kind of either put it down or, oh, I don't need it, I'm fine, or they're saying stop being so stubborn and just take the help that's being offered, because you're asking for help. Help is being sent and you're not accepting the help. So it's like, what do you want us to do? You asked for help, we're sending help, and then you dismiss it because your pride gets in the way, or or you don't, your fear of not, you're untrusting, you don't trust people anymore, and then it's almost like accept the help. It says consider time taking to organize yourself. It's almost like you need help because you're overloaded. You're doing too many things all on your own, and it's just going to get you drained. You need help because you also need time for yourself. You need time to go in a meditative state, and that's where this one comes in. It says quiet the external voices and the external noises. And then you will hear the assistance that's being given to you. So you need to either delegate your work, or you need to accept outside help. You need to accept the help that's being offered to you in order to allow you to kind of catch your breath again, to rebalance again, to focus on doing things for your health and your mental health and your physical health, to meditate, to take some time off, to go on a little trip, go on a vacation, whatever you need to do to kind of recalibrate. Because if you don't, it just feels like by the time December hits, you're going to be completely and utterly drained, and then you're going to get sick, and then the holidays are going to be really shitty. And then you're going to be like, why? And you're going to get even more frustrated. So November is a time to create time and space for yourself, to recalibrate, to go inward, to meditate, to do things, activities just for you that's going to give you energy instead of draining energy. But you can only do that by accepting the help that and asking for help if you need it. Okay, don't be afraid to ask. But if help is sent, make sure you accept it as well. Okay, Scorpio. Hope that helps, Libra. Scorpio. Let's see what they have to say about. Oop, that one flew. My fearless freedom lights up the world. Scorpio, it's time to become fearless. It's time to understand that nothing can exist without your input. It's time to understand that even the collective cannot be a part of your virtual reality unless you allow it to be a part of it. Okay, you're fully and 100% in control. Therefore, there is no need for fear. Therefore, the more fearless you become in the creative process, and the more responsible you become for what you attract, and the more of a kind of, the more in control, I don't like the word control, but the more you will feel like you are the God of your universe, the manifester, the creator of your universe, and will no longer be affected about all the, with all the distractions around you. It's time to take back the steering wheel. It's time to become the driver of your own reality again, and to become fearless in your creation, in your choices, in your decision making, in your heart, in your emotions. Remove the fear from your reality and watch miracles happen, is what I'm getting. Okay, you're in control. And it's almost like they're saying, although you know that to some degree, you don't act from that knowing. So you need to become that truth. It can't just be an idea. You have to live it. Everything you do, breathe, create, decide has to have that fearlessness foundation. Because we should all do that, really. Because it's a necessary step for you to really move into a higher dimensional plane. And I'm talking about the new dimensional plane a lot, because we're getting to a point where the 3D, 4D, and 5D are going to separate soon. So it's kind of like you gotta get on the bus. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that makes sense. Sagittarius. Oh, this one again. Okay. I really like the animal cards for some reason. Got little bees buzzing around me. Hello, bee. And farmers. And what are those? Four-wheelers? Somebody's having fun. And we got little bees. Look at that. You guys getting in the holes? Oh. There were not a lot of bees this year. Oh, there it goes. I'm happy to see them. Snake. Ooh. This is for Sagittarius. Snake. Live according to your divine essence, the elemental kingdom. It's time to start living your truth. Stop making excuses why that is not possible for you. I keep hearing, stop making excuses. They just want to smack you around a bit until you get it. The thing, there's all these snakes, right? But the thing that I actually am drawn to is this symbol. You see that? I don't know if you can see it right there. It almost looks like kind of the torch of a ruler. It's almost like this magical torch with light, and it's holding this planet, right? It's holding that. You see that? It's kind of going around the planet. You're the ruler. You're the ruler. Again, kind of like Scorpio. It's time to, own your shit. Stop making excuses. Own your shit. The good, the bad, and the ugly. It's about understanding that you, in everything that you've experienced, and this is the same for everybody, but in everything that you've ever experienced, you had a hand in it. Either you, as the human ego who attracted or created it, or your higher self had a plan with it. There's always a purpose behind everything that you attract, that you create, or that your soul attracts and creates. Because don't forget, there's always two aspects of you in this human form. There's a higher aspect, and then there's the human ego aspect. But together, if you work together, you become a more fuller version of yourself. And that's really what's important here for you, is to understand that if you start working together and you start to take responsibility, and you start to see that everything in some way or form, was of benefit to you, then you can see just how important everything was, even if it was uncomfortable, even if it was painful, it was still a necessary step in order to push you in a direction of self-knowledge and self-understanding and self-creating. So own that, be it, become it, work together with your higher self as a team, and then you become the ruler of your world, the ruler, the scepter, and the world, the ruler of your world. Okay, really important to work on that in November, to really become that truth. Okay, Capricorn, this one. Okay, let's see, Capricorn, and there it goes. Shine from within. This is for Capricorn. Shine from within. Looks are only skin deep. Hold on, I dropped half of my cards. Looks are only skin deep. True beauty shines from within, and it's time for you to shine. This is a time for self-acceptance and for revealing your true beauty. It's about allowing the world to finally see you, the real you, not the character that you play, to keep up appearances. So many times when we meet certain people, we play a role, we play a character, and we're not really allowing those people to see the real us or even share our real thoughts or our real feelings. We try to change and manipulate what we say in order for other people to be able to accept it. And they're saying, no more. No more. Okay? Capricorn, it's time for you to be and reveal the true self to the world and the people around you, no matter what. Because if you can't be you at all times, then it's going to be really hard for you to remain in a 5-dimensional plane where it's all about the true essence. It's all about being your truest version, okay, and sharing that with the world. It is super, super important, Capricorn, that you learn to master being yourself and having the courage to express what you truly believe without, not in a mean way or not in a way meant to offend others, but to simply speak your truth, be your truth, and live your truth. Okay? You need to start allowing that light to shine inwards, outwards. Okay? You gotta let the light within shine outwards. It's time to stop making excuses for what you truly think, what you truly feel, who you truly want to be. It's time to stop making excuses for yourself and just allow yourself the freedom to be 100% yourself. Okay? That's what you need to focus on in November. Aquarius. Aquarius. I always think of that song every time I hear that. We are in the age of Aquarius right now. It's the age of change, renewal. Peace is coming. Long peace is coming. Whoop. Okay, angelic frequency. Angels are here. You are safe. Potent connection. Okay. Ooh, it's getting cooler out here. Okay. Aquarius, it's time to feel safe. It's time to be okay with the chaos. It's time to separate emotionally and mentally from the outside distractions and find peace, even though you might be observing things that are far from peaceful. You have to be able to master feeling peaceful anyway, because you need to embrace the fact that that is simply no longer part of your reality. That is simply something you're observing from a reality that is dissolving, that is slowly but surely going to disappear, that's slowly but surely going to dissolve in a way, because it'll no longer be fed with the right energies. People who are ascending or taking away their energy, they're no longer investing energy into that outside world. They're investing it into sending love, sending healing to all souls who are still very much hooked into that reality. But they're no longer allowing that reality to have an impact on them on any kind of sense, not emotionally, not mentally. And are just choosing to stay in a peaceful, loving, compassionate state, while infusing all collective creations with positive healing energies. Because they're saying you are safe. It also says angels are here, but it just feels like you're always surrounded by angels. So therefore you're surrounded by angels, guides, you're surrounded by loving energies. So, there's no need for you to feel unsafe. I mean, what's the worst thing that could happen? We all have to die at some point here. Dying is just stepping through another doorway and going, oh, that was a crazy dream. So there's nothing to be fearful about. You see what I'm saying? So November for Aquarius, it's all about feeling safe, even if you're seeing very troubling things outside of you. It's no longer part of your reality, so therefore you don't need to feel unsafe. So really work on knowing and understanding how the realities work. Although we are interacting still with the 3D world, if you and your vibrational state is aligning with a higher frequency, then you're automatically safe. Lower vibrational frequencies can't even come into your reality or become a part of it. You can observe it out there, but it cannot be a part of your current reality. So, and I know that's really hard for people to grasp that aspect. Well, how can it not hurt me when it's happening around me? Because you're living in a different version, but you're just looking down going, oh, that's crazy over there. It moves underneath you. It can't get to you. Even though that's hard to, that's just how it is. And we've seen that here too. We've seen storms and storms and storms, for example, but Gerald and I, when they said Hurricane Kirk is coming, there was a lot of fear mongering going on, and we were like, well, yeah, but it's not in our reality. We're just observing what's going on in the 3D reality, the weather manipulation and all that. It's not part of our reality. So we did observe it. And the crazy thing is, when the storm was hitting our area, all we saw was sunshine, and no wind. We had a little bit of windy days before, but nothing out of ordinary. But Britannia is always windy naturally. It's a naturally windy kind of place. But we did see a lot of destruction around us. So it's almost like the storm missed us, but really it didn't. It's just we observe the 3D reality, the 3D storms, but we know it can't really hurt us because we're no longer in that frequency. And so therefore our reality is everybody else around us was going through massive water and storms, and we were sitting outside in the sunshine. Everything happened around us. So which, if you looked at the trajectory, was going to hit us straight on. So it did hit us straight on, but it's just skipped this home, I guess. There wasn't even a wind, so that was kind of, I was like, where is this storm? Gerald's like, remember, it's not in our reality. I was like, oh yeah. So anyway, it is possible, okay? And if you look at it from a very human perspective, according to the logic that they have implanted into us through education, that would not be logical. But unfortunately, all that logic, that human logic, is illogical. If you live in a multidimensional frequency-based reality, then all of that logical stuff becomes illogical. So you have to look at everything from frequency. from a perspective of energy and not from a human logic perspective. So if you're still looking for logic and basing your logic on man-made ideas of logic, then yeah, you're you're still stuck in the system, unfortunately. And it's no judgment. I'm just trying to make it clear to people that if you're still trying to make logical sense out of your reality from the human perspective and the information that was fed to you as a child, then you're never going to find the truth that you're looking for. So look beyond. Okay? Look and think in terms of energy and frequency. Okay? All right, one more. Pisces. Really? That one again? Yeah, they're really liking that deck today. Okay. Pisces. No judgment here. Everybody comes and experiences this reality the way they want it to. So, what? My cat is climbing the tree. What are you doing? Don't hurt my tree. That's my little hug partner. That's my hug partner. That's my tree that I hug every day. My walnut tree. Opa, there it went. Okay, hold on. Ooh, look at that. Deer. Trust in the support of the universe. Archangel Michael and faith. Ooh. Pisces. You see how their heart chakras are lit up? And it just kind of goes through the third eye. Look at that. All right? Isn't that cool? Trust. Faith. Blind faith. Okay? You need to work on having blind faith in November. You need to trust that the universe is helping you, guiding you, moving you in the right direction. Even if it feels painful from the human perspective, sometimes change is painful and it needs to happen in order to bring you more of what you do want. So trust that if you are currently experiencing pain or discomfort in any way or form, that it is a necessary evil, in a way, a necessary step for you to be forced or pushed. It's not really forced, but pushed in a direction that's going to be much more beneficial and much more abundant for you in the future. You know, for example, people who might have lost their job, they're now in a state of panic. They don't know what to do. What am I going to do? I'm not going to find a new job. What am I going to do about Christmas? Trust in the universe. This is happening for a reason. This is opening doors to something bigger and better that's going to help you and your family in much more intense, much more abundant way. So it's all about trusting. You know, call on Archangel Michael. Michael is all about connecting dots. At least that's how I've experienced him. They don't really have a gender, but we've named them boys or girls names, but it's all about connecting dots. So Archangel Michael will help you to really figure out, you know, what the next step is, but you need to trust first. You're not going to hear the steps if you're in a state of fear. You're not going to hear the steps and the guidance if you're constantly panicking or in a state of anxiety or in a state of insecurity. You have to have blind faith that the answers are coming. Even if you don't know what the answers are today, they are coming and they will help you. You are not lost. You are never alone. And you are always being guided if we're willing to surrender the negative emotional responses of the human being and we start to align with our personal higher perspective. Okay? So trust. Okay. Hopefully I got them all. Hopefully I didn't forget one. Let's hope not. If I did, just let me know and I'll make a separate video. I'm going to leave it there for today. It's getting a little nippy, so I'm probably going to go inside now. But I hope this helps you guys in some way or form. Like I said, starting next week, I'm going to be posting every week a video. It's going to be one zodiac sign. It's going to be random, so they're not going to be in the right order probably. Hey, babe. we're going to be doing kind of like spiritual advice for the entire new year for that zodiac sign. So if you're interested in that, go to patreon.com/Emanuelle McIntosh and sign up. You can sign up for a month, you can sign up for a year, you can sign up and do sign up and cancel and sign up again and cancel. Go according to what works for you, and know that if you do sign up, you have access to all the past posts that have been written, all the videos that other people don't get to see as well, the extras, the behind the scenes, and so on and so forth. So go check it out if you're interested in that, and just know that I love you and the universe loves you. So hang in there. Okay, bye.